Hey guys, Kev here, and we are checking out some Kizers, baby. So these are the September Kizers, and believe it or not, this video is in September. Catching up a little bit, slowly but surely. So I have 3 Blacksmith series knives, and then I'm going to do another video on 3 Vanguard series knives. So stay tuned for that as well, but let's knock these bladesmiths out, all right? We'll just start at the top. I didn't even look at what they're called, so I kind of like not knowing going in. It's more fun, you know? See if I can guess stuff or whatever. This looks cool. So we have, looks like Mars Valley Fat Carbon here. And we have a crossbar lock, so we have a clutch lock. Let's see. Very lightweight, feels good for the side. Oh, it's an O.Sho. So this is the Bully. So Oleg is a big fan of bulldogs, I believe, or dogs in general. So this is the Bully. And then I think he has another one called the Staffy or something. Like a Staffordshire Terrier. Hollow grind, very nice, thin hollow grind back here. It feels good. And then a flat up here to get a nice combo grind. I will tell you right away, I do not like the clutch lock on this. It just doesn't make sense. The stud is so far away from the pivot. The pendulum or whatever that's called, the leverage on it, lever arm, whatever, just doesn't match up. You need a nice firm detent for something like this, and we're talking about a clutch lock. So this literally just, you know, flops out of here. This might be the one that Oleg was telling me. He's the designer, O.Sho. His name's Alexander, goes by Olex. He's Ukrainian. Shout out to Olex, great dude. He designed this bit driver that we have coming out hopefully soon. But I believe he told me that this was designed to be a compression button lock style knife. And they ended up doing a clutch lock instead. And I think it would have been really cool as a compression style lock because you'd have a real detent, where this is just, man, even trying to flick it, it's like just firing out. You know, you have the hole. I can, you know, try to fire that as well, but then I'm getting hit by the clutch lock. I'm getting hit by the studs. Yeah, man, I mean, I love the guy, and I love Kizer, but I also need to be honest. I do not like this lock on this knife. On the top here, it says K-U, Kizer XU, maybe? SP24. So maybe this was chosen from the Kizer U, what do they call that? Competition in 2024? Is that what this is? I mean, I like the knife. I like the design. It feels good in hand. I do like having some kind of choil or something. This is really just giving me this little flat here, but it would work. It does work, I mean. I just really want a different lock. Like even a liner lock would have been cool. You can get used to this though, you know, sure enough. Let me check. Usually these come set on the strongest setting, so if that's the case, I'm probably going to like it even less. So it does have a full-length backspacer, which is dope. But I can't see in there very well. Let's see. So I can see the spring. Yeah, it looks like... One, two, three, four. Yeah, it looks like it's in that top hole, man. So it gets even weaker. I mean, this feels incredibly weak. You see? So, cool knife, cool design. Just unfortunate on the lock of choice here. Now, I will show you something cool, more than likely anyway, when I go ahead and unscrew this. Oh no, there's a screw on this side, so I'm not sure. Is this reversible? Oh, come on, Kizer. I really hope so. Better be. It's a crossbar lock. Ooh. Well, wait. There is a little triangle in there. It's a very shallow milling on it. So I'm not sure how that's going to work out, but let's see. Yeah, it should reverse. So that's cool. See if it actually fits in there. Seems to fit in there. Yep. All good. Very nice. Okay. So you can reverse it, which is nice. That does help with the flicking and whatnot. I just wanted to make sure because you definitely do not want to have a crossbar lock that does not have a reversible clip. That's like a mortal sin in my opinion. And Olex always does this really cool concept with his reversible clip. So the show side does not look out of place. You don't see a bunch of, you know, slots or holes or whatever for the clip to be reversed. It just has a screw down here. We actually are borrowing this type of system from him for this knife because I wanted to do away with these slots that are here for no reason. Can't fit a wire clip on here because of the way the screws are set up. This is internally mounted, or it's mounted from the other side. So even if you had a wire clip and a screw, there's nothing for it to thread into. This threads into the clip. So to me, it makes no sense to have the wire clip slots. So I was trying to figure out a way to do a reversible clip that didn't look silly, considering we have an internally mounted clip. I thought it would look weird if you then had something ugly over here. So I talked to Olex because I've seen his concept and he sent me the file for it and said it's not proprietary. He doesn't mind us using it. So we're going to test that out on another prototype of this. We're also adding a little fuller here so you can reverse flick it as well. Anyway, not about us. All right, next one. That was the Bully. And here are the specs on that. Black stonewash, flat brushed, matte DLC, ultra titanium, fat carbon Mars Valley handle, clutch lock. So you got some DLC in the mix there as well. This knife is hefty. This knife is hefty. Holy shit, that thing is heavy, dude. Well, at least it feels abnormally heavy. Another clutch lock, honestly very similar to me. You have what appears to be, it's another Olex design. This must be the Staffy then. Yep. So this one's the Staffy and this one's the Bully. So there you go. Same clip. Got it. Super heavy though. Also has the compound grind. So you have a nice deep hollow. It's really nice. Nice compound ground blade. Little harpoon on this one. I like the blade shape. This one's an S45 VN. Did I say LMAX on this? What did I say on this one? S45. Sorry, I don't know. I didn't say anything, I guess. So S45 VN on both. That's cool. So this has inlays of titanium, I'm pretty sure. So you have steel liners, then you have titanium with a titanium onlay, I guess it would be. Doesn't look like it's actually an inlay because you can see there's not like, this titanium doesn't travel under here, I don't think. I think it's actually, is it like a plate? I don't know, it's very intriguing. No, so, yeah, what? I don't know, I'm confused. there's that screw there. So the liner is titanium. Damn, this is cool. There is a steel liner in there, but it's actually a very minimal liner just for the crossbar lock. And I think this is the one he said he designed to be a compression lock. And then it was, you know, he updated it for them when they wanted a crossbar lock. But the titanium that you see here, the blasted tie, actually does run then through down here. And then this screws onto it. Very interesting. Kind of want to show you. Now, this one's much snappier. See? This one I would say is acceptable detent-wise because the thumb stud is closer to the pivot. So if you look at the thumb stud and where it correlates to the pivot, it's much closer here than this, where it's way down here. The farther away you get from the pivot, the less leverage you have. So that's why thumb studs that are tight to the frame, like a bug out or whatever, they're always nice and snappy. They're fun to use because of that. It doesn't need to have a strong detent because it naturally just has that leverage point or whatever. It's comfortable in the hand. I think maybe this one's just lightweight, and so this one felt heavy. Now that I've kind of handled it for a minute, it feels pretty normal. So I don't think the weight is really, I mean, it is heavy, but you know, it's probably like 5 ounces. It's not like crazy. Just felt like it had more on there, you know. Let me just take these screws off. I want to show you if I can get this onlay out or whatever. You can see how he designed. He's just a really, you know, he's got an engineer's mind. I mean, I guess he is an engineer. I'm not sure. Hoping I can get this scale off now. There you go. Just so you can see it. So all of this is still this piece of titanium. So that piece of titanium is a bolster, and then it travels under here. It gets all milled out as well. You have the frame screws holding everything together here. And then there's this steel, I assume, steel plate that houses the crossbar lock. And then you can see the clutch lock right here. You can actually, I guess, get in here and adjust it from this side. So you just take these screws off. Look at that, dude. 2 screws off to get this off, and then you can adjust the spring. You'd have to just get something under there to pop that up, and then you could slide it down to a weaker setting, but it's set to the strongest one. It's kind of underneath there. So you can actually, this is a fully operational knife like this. You know, just be careful. If your finger falls in there and, you know, the blade comes down, be careful. And then this side would come off with these 2 screws as well. We clip. And again, this is a reversible clip, just like the other one. You have that cutout and the little triangle there that corresponds to the triangle on the clip. And then you have this one. This screw is mounted into that steel plate, which is cool. And this should come off as well. It even has like a little spot for you to grab it, which also creates that pig snout lanyard thing. Yeah, Olex is a very smart gentleman. Nice, sturdy piece of titanium there. Here's a look at it. And like I said, fully functional. Obviously, you got to be careful of the blade and whatnot, but, you know, no issue operating this. Just don't want to put my finger in the hole. So she said, or he said. And again, you could adjust the spring from here. You would just need to get something under there to pop that up and out, and then you could slide it down. I'm not sure how easy or hard that would be, but I would never touch that. Why would you want to make it weaker, you know? So then to put it back together, just drop this in place. You have your screw for, all right, let me get this right. This is the show side, so this screw goes here. The basically filler tab screw, you could call it. And then you have one of these body screws. And then on the other side, pop that down. Take your filler tab screw, or sorry, your frame screw. Tighten that down. Drop your clip in. And your clip screw. That's why I like this driver, because you can, makes it a lot easier to put stuff together when you don't have the screw just falling off your driver all the time. Shout out to Knife Addict Dylan for the tip on the bits. And now you're back together. So that is the Staffy and the Bully. Really nice. I like those. Last but not least, we have another, is it another O.Sho? I don't think so. This is cool. Okay. You know what this reminds me of? It actually reminds me of a Kizer. What was that Kizer knife that looked like a brown Cortex? I can't remember the name of it. Someone will know. If you're watching and you know, let me know. This is a gold anodized titanium, which is super cool. Oh, very nice. So this is a NBEDC, and it is the Rays. NBEDC, who the heck could that be? I'm just kidding. It's New Breed EDC, baby. This is my boy, Mark Perez. Shout out to Mark. So that's awesome. We had two friends of the channel who designed these knives today. I really like that. So Mark designed the Rays here. Ooh, that's nice, dude. That flick is sick. I don't know if Mark picked this color scheme, but dude, you nailed it. That is a sexy looking color scheme. Gold with marbled carbon furbin. I mean, are you kidding me? Stonewashed main bevel and then horizontal satin flats. We're seeing that more and more. It's so funny when these trends happen. Very nice. Liner lock setup. So nothing crazy there, but very well executed. I can get my thumb in, see how well I can. Yeah, I can get my thumb in there. Yeah, once you know what you're doing, you can get your thumb in there. Left-handed, it's going to be a little bit harder, but possible. But you can reverse flick all day left-handed because it is a liner lock. Shout out to Mark for thinking of us halfway anyway. Does not look like the clip is reversible. Come on, Mark. Come on, Mark. No, it's fine. Very slim, sleek, slender. Speaking of Mark Perez at New Breed EDC, I actually have his knife, the Wingspan here. Similar design. So let's check this out. This is a production version of the Wingspan. Also has really cool colors on it. New Breed EDC. I do have a t-shirt from them too. I love it. Wear it all the time. Just checking what's in here. You can tell it's from Kubi. It's got the New Breed EDC on the cloth there. Troll candy. So these are direct through Mark at New Breed EDC. So if you like the Wingspan, check out newbreededc.com, I think. I'll link it down below. This is S35EN, acid stonewash, hollow grind, blue tie with twill carbon fiber. Fuck yeah, dude. All of that sounds cool, and I'm sure it's extremely affordable knowing Mark. But I think the design is very similar, and that's why I wanted to bust it out, and I've been meaning to show this. I like both the designs very much. The clip is super cool on this one. Look at that. It's got the carbon fiber inlay on the clip. How dope is that? Not reversible, unfortunately, once again. But it is a liner lock, so, ooh, hello. You can reverse flick that, and you have this very cool looking blade. I just think this design is really neat. It's extremely unique, and it just looks sexy, dude. He nailed it with the color scheme on this. Very cool. It has this wheel style flipper tab. Which I remember when I had the prototype, I didn't fall in love with it, but it does work. You can kind of roll it back. I kind of struggle with that, and it's a little bit harder on the reach around because the detent is pretty tight on it, which is a good thing. But you do want that flipper tab to be able to fire from all directions. It's a little bit harder for me to do. But you could get used to it, I'm sure. You just have to reach all the way around and grab it. But very cool. You have the steel marking down here, S35EN. Other than that, it's very clean. Stupid thin hollow grind. Oh my God, that's nice, dude. Tip comes down to a nice thin cutting edge. Sheep's foot. Look at that, dude. That is sexy. Let's look at this one again. This one is more of a freaking spear point dagger right here. Very clean looking. Man, they're both really nice. This clip is very, I guess it's not that short. It's thin. Oh, it's pretty tight. I don't know how well that's going to work. And then there's some milling there. Ooh, that could be tricky. We're going to test that. I really like this one. I think it's slightly better overall. I mean, they're both so cool. Look how thin they are and sleek they are. These are really nice, dude. Mark, you're killing it, man. You're killing it, brother. Great work. So, the rays from Kizer and the wingspan from New Breed EDC directly. Yeah, this is slick, dude. Let's check out these pocket clips. So, the rays. Oh. Dude. Just works. You know, it's a little bit poppy in and out, but it's working. I do wear thin pants, so keep that in mind. Looks like a DLC on the clip, too. Very nice. That one works. This one I think is going to be even better, but we'll see. Oh, yeah. That thing's like butter. Even has a little bit of a click to it. Great reverse flick. Great reverse flick. I mean, yeah. I think I like the rays just a touch better. Maybe because it's more traditional, even though it's not very traditional. I do wish the flipper tab was a little bit more aggressive. I didn't even realize that the jimping does go up and around, so shout out to Mark for doing that. But it's kind of spread out, and it doesn't feel very aggressive. Yeah, see, that's what I was worried about. Ow, that one hurt. Oh, man. It's like 90% there, man. It just needed to be a little bit tighter, aggressive jimping here. But it does look cool the way they did it, so I get it. It's relatively aggressive, so it's not like egregious. It still works pretty well, guys. So I think I do like that flipper tab better than this one. This jimping is for sure better. It's tighter spaced and more aggressive. So you grip it better, in my opinion. But I don't love the shape of this wheel as much. But it does work pretty well. So, got to give them that. That D10 is just crispy. But I think you would get used to either one. So, anyway, there's some bangers for you. Hell yeah, dude. Some new stuff from Kizer and a New Breed EDC. So, check out New Breed EDC's website. I'll link that down below. Shout out to Mark. Thanks for letting me check this out, man. I know I've had this for a minute. Been meaning to get to it, so apologies on that. And then I will link Kizer's website as well, and I'll link anywhere else that I see these that I have links for. If you use those links, it does help the channel, and I appreciate that. This one is, again, the Raise, and it is S45, stone-washed and flat brushed, meaning horizontal satin, titanium and carbon fiber handle, frame lock. So maybe that's not DLC on the hardware, but maybe it is. Maybe it is. So let's see if I can remember now. We have the Bully, the Staffy, and the Raise, and then the Wingspan as well. Olex, absolute legend. Love the guy. Just comes up with really cool concepts. I'm sure this is even cooler inside. You know, like this probably has a similar setup to the scales, the way this one is. I just didn't notice it until I messed with this one because of the titanium onlays that I liked. And then you have Mark Perez, another absolute design legend. These guys are amazing. So keep track of these two guys. Follow them on Instagram, O.Sho, and then New Breed EDC, or Mark Perez, or Loot 10 Techs. Absolutely fantastic dudes. And shout out to Kizer. Thanks for sending me these knives as well. I love you guys. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day, and I will catch you later.